Service layer. The processing engine. The processing engine lets you to define the process as a list of actions in the separate XML file. The definition can be treated as the pattern. The process will perform according to the pattern. As the example, the order process that defines the list of actions. Later, for each order, process entry is created and run through the same steps, but with the different data. Here is the simple example of the training process. There are two actions. Both of them can finish with either success or error result. Success moves process towards the successful end result, while error fails the process. It's not enough just to have the process defined in the XML. You need to have the process definition bean pointing to that XML file. Every process action is also having its own Spring bean with the logic. If you want to have custom attributes in the process, you may define the new process item, extending the business process item. Here you can see an example of simple decision action and how the process is started. First, the code is generated. Next, the process with such code is created. Later, the needed attributes are set to the process. In the end, the process is started with the business process service. There are two parent classes for your action. Procedural action that returns OK and simple decision action that can return OK or not OK. To add the different return options, you need to extend the abstract action and define its own transitions. Other type of nodes is the wait node. Here you can define an event which is waited for and the timeout. Waited event can also contain a choice inside it. This choice can be used to define the next action. One more type of node is split, but by SAP documentation, it is not suggested for use. With split, you may face an issue with merging process back into single stream. The last type of node is notify. It sends the inner notification to the specified user group. That notification can be later seen inside the back-office inbox. If you need to change the process definition, you have to think about the already running processes. If during the redeployment you have the unfinished process, you will need to provide the old process definition for such processes so they can finish successfully. It's done via importing the dynamic process definition, having the old version of the process definition. The newly created processes will use the new definition from the XML file, so no issues with them. processing can be split by the cluster nodes. To do this, use the distributed process model with the query-based creation data object. That data object has to contain a query, its parameters, the batch size, and the handler's Spring identifier. This is the example of the handler with the processor class. Let's wrap it up. Process is a chain of blocks that contains actions, waits, splits, and notifies. Carefully define your process. And remember, each process definition change may result in the bonus headache. That's it for the processing engine.